Our next award is a newly established award for the department and recognizes the life and work of Dr. Allen Crocker. Dr. Crocker, who worked at Boston Children's and is known by so many of us in this room, was the consummate pediatrician to individuals of all ages and to the field of developmental disabilities. In a career that spanned more than 60 years, he provided sage advice through scores of books and articles. He reconceptualized the doctor-family dialogue regarding family life with a child who has Down syndrome. He mentored scores of physicians directly, and he impacted the generations of pediatricians and other professionals through publication of definitive medical textbooks on caring for individuals with intellectual disabilities. Dr. Crocker espoused his unique perspective of weaving science with compassion. He is also remembered for his respect for individuals with a disability, his champion of full inclusion, for advocacy of equity and social justice, and for exhorting all of us to carry on, his favorite expression. Perhaps carry on was his way of demonstrating his trust in those he trained and inspiring all of us to do the very best for the families and individuals we support. The department established the Allen Crocker Health Services Award to be presented annually to an individual or organization that mirrors the life of Dr. Crocker and his respect for and value of individuals with a disability. I am honored this year to present this award to Dr. Brian Skotko, a specialist in the Down syndrome program at Boston Children's Hospital and a clinical fellow at Children's Hospital, Mass General, Brigham and Women's, and the Dana-Farber Institute. Over the past 10 years, Dr. Skotko, who also has a sister with Down syndrome, has become the nation's leading advocate and spokesperson on Down syndrome. He has been a major support in advancing all areas of public awareness for people with Down syndrome, and you will see him frequently on TV or in print media, speaking on issues that relate to prenatal testing, including the recent release of a non-invasive prenatal test for identification of Down syndrome. He also speaks on medical advancements, current research, and general information about the advancements and achievements that have occurred within the Down syndrome community over the last 30 years. In 2009, he was instrumental in expanding the Down syndrome program at Children's from a clinic that was only treating individuals through age 3 to a clinic that now treats individuals through age 18. Dr. Skotko is a well-recognized researcher. He is also the co-author of 2 books, including the national award-winning book, Common Threads, Celebrating Life with Down Syndrome, and most recently, Fasten Your Seatbelt, a crash course on Down syndrome for brothers and sisters. Both of these books have been lauded by families and experts in the Down syndrome community. He has been a key advocate in advancing the Kennedy-Brownback bill and developing improved processes and systems for parents receiving the diagnosis of Down syndrome. He has served for 11 years on the board of the Mass Down Syndrome Congress and has provided exceptional leadership and guidance to that organization. I was very impressed to learn about how much time he volunteers with a variety of programs, including the Mass Down Syndrome Congress First Call program, where he provides compassionate and expert medical advice to new parents after they receive the diagnosis. He has trained well over 1,000 medical providers in Massachusetts on the most up-to-date and accurate information about Down syndrome through presenting at grand rounds, through genetic counselor meetings, and medical student trainings, all on a volunteer basis. He was a dear friend, a mentee, and a colleague of Dr. Crocker's, and truly carries on the values and ideals of Dr. Crocker. I should also note that he's a gentleman only in his 30s. Very accomplished. At this point in time, I feel very privileged today to have Dr. Crocker's daughter, Elin, with us this morning, and I would like her to join with me for the presentation of the award. Dr. Skotko was off on one of his genetic conferences and presentations today, but accepting the award on his behalf is Maureen Gallagher, Executive Director of the Mass Down Syndrome Congress.